Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here, so it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Tide, Damian Harris, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. That's caught by Montgomery. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense put pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. Gets through, and now an opening. Dances by him. And now off to the races, down the right side. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Yeah, boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Throwing, Jones. And that is incomplete.
But Arizona did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Folks' kick is good, and the Patriots jump out to a 3-0 lead. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put them in field goal range.
Yeah, one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed him to put points on the board on that drive. We'll see how the rest of the game goes.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their own 26. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. The Pats are going to get there. Down he goes. Lawrence Guy able to get in there and drop him for a loss. And they get to him right out of the gate. And this defense hoping that that's a harbinger of things to come.
Yeah, when you give up a first play sack, makes your quarterback wonder if he's going to go to the sidelines and talk to his offense coordinator and head coach and say, hey, you know that game plan we put together? We might need to change it right now.
That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he's going to have the Packers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. The Packers at 2-1 now to start the campaign. And they were looking good until last week's loss. Took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down.
A first down catch for Allen Lazard has turned out to be a personal favorite of quarterback Aaron Rodgers. He's carved out a nice role in this Packers receiver rotation.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Rolling to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon. Now make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. That's complete to Lazard. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. On play action. Now Rodgers. This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. A jet sweep, Dobbs. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
26. Hey, 88. No ball.
Throwing is Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. Romeo Dobbs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have taken the lead. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. After the touchdown on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they take over already 5 yards deep into the red zone at the 15-yard line.
How many times in the course of a game do you talk about momentum plays? And I think we just saw one there. Just scored, right?
Just took the lead.
Just took the lead, went downfield, got the ball free again and picked it up. They got a chance to really get the momentum on their side now.
And now they'll try to pile on. Sliding out of the pocket. And it's a Packers touchdown. Romeo Doubs, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Rodgers will throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Harris running straight ahead. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
On 2nd and 9, Jones under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
It's been a productive union between Preston Smith and the Green Bay Packers. In his last 3 years wearing the green and gold, he's recorded 25 sacks in that time frame.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. Jake Bailey on now to punt here on 4th down. Back deep, Tariq Cohen. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the 1st half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
A jet sweep, Doubs. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Rodgers going to throw. Throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the 1st down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
for. It's Rodgers. He finds Watson complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive.
Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it. But in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They fake the give. Now Rodgers. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that is incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
That's complete to Dobbs. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 31-yard line. Now Rodgers. Completes it again to Dobbs. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Jones, his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. They'll look to throw. This is caught. Was he in? Yes. 2 points. And the formula there on the 2-point try. They go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure that if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
A lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a penalty marker's down on the field. And they might be backing up a bit here to start the drive. And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. So we're at halftime here in Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This will be fielded inside the 5. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, Rodgers.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, but a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. On play action, Rodgers. He'll buy some time right. Again, that's Watkins.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. Second and 2.
Now a play fake. Rodgers. He finds Watson. It's caught. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 28. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers.
Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still...
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown.
Robert Tonyan
From 10 yards out.
And the Packers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead is now 24.
After the touchdown, on is Pat O'Donnell to send this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Pick it up. You're embarrassing us. Way to blow it.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
New England has found its lead running back, and it's Damian Harris. The Alabama man tied for second in the league with 15 rushing touchdowns and was a game short of 1,000 yards.
Throwing Jones. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
To throw again on second down. Jones over the middle, and it's incomplete.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
Now Jones. And that is incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on third down.
The Patriots send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
They're obviously right now in the driver's seat, comfortably ahead. They've scored on a couple straight possessions, Charles. And, I mean, for them, I guess it's just more of the same, right? Keep doing what you've been doing.
Yeah, it's not typical for us to see games out of reach in the third quarter. Right now, they're unstoppable in this one. And seeing how they just came out onto the field, it does appear like they're done scoring points in this one. They look awfully confident.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Open man left side, it's a tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking it.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On play action, it's Rodgers.
That one caught downfield by Watson.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 37. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Lambeau Field, one of the best home field advantages in the NFL, no doubt. And they're a happy bunch here as the Packers lead third quarter.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go again to Jones. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to third down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on third down, Rodgers. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off.
And the Patriots are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. Well, that interception at least offers them a glimmer of hope here in the fourth quarter.
It certainly does if their offense goes out now and makes it pay off by getting into the end zone. And if it does, then they get a chance to get back out on the field and try and do it again. Maybe they can force that offense into more and more mistakes and give them a chance to get back into this one totally.
Yeah, still a 3-score hill to climb. We'll see if they can do it.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. We'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Looking to throw. Jones. Now get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And he will have a Patriots first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll look to throw again. Goes right back to Smith again. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones toward the sideline. He will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Back to throw again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. About 3 yards there to the 27.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. They'll roll him out right.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Pats are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
I imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Jacoby Myers. He's got it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. On 1st and 10, Jones.
It's Myers again with another catch.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by David Long.
Then into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Well, this one was already ugly, and now it's just kind of becoming a feast on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, partner, this is a unit that knows they've got this game in the bag with this huge lead. It's going to drive their coaches crazy because they're telling them, play it straight, do all the right things. These guys are going to be freewheeling down. All of them are going to take chances, and that one pays off with an INT and a return for 6.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Now a throw here to his running back. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline, because he certainly wants him to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Back to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And some space here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. Blitz coming, and down he goes. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
Another long drive from the offense, but the defense is denying them the end zone. Nothing to show for the last drive offensively. They can't come away empty-handed again.
Jones now. Throwing on 3rd and long. Long had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. On the return is Cohen. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, a decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Rodgers throwing here. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. To throw is Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. They give him a gain of 38. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you said baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time, and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for Green Bay, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll have another home date next week as the New York Giants come to town. Meanwhile, for New England, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll get a...
Dollar. Hey, DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I met the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior.